Sådan, der var den. Klar nu. Do, do, re, re, do, do, do. Og sidste tegn.
The International Minifiddlers Project is about teaching beginner-level violin performance through the Colourstrings Method. This method is built upon basic musical and technical methods that can also be used when teaching other instruments. This versatility is an important consideration in the establishment of this project, so that as many as possible can benefit from it.
It's quite exciting to realize that Saturday morning and through the week we have in fact a very big family all over the world, because many countries all over the world are connected in this project. So we are all hooked in on the same beginning lecture where Géza explains specific pages of his method and works with his kids in Finland. We are all in on that, and I think I can foresee that in a year's time we will have a sort of a connection with people that are doing the same. After his session, where he's actually teaching his own kids, showing us and talking to us all the while, explaining, we are into sessions where he goes to different countries. And when he was with us in Denmark, we have two very talented young teachers who teach kids that we are teaching in this school in the method. And they are guided and mentored by him during their teaching, and we can ask questions.
In these sessions, the students are encouraged to interact and communicate directly with Géza Szilvay and seek his advice regarding any pedagogical questions they might have. The project thus becomes extremely flexible, as the students, together with Géza, work together to adjust the method to suit each child.
The musical and technical elements of this method, conveyed through Géza Szilvay's very big presence in the room through the distance learning equipment, is an integrated way of looking at things. The inner ear, the hands, the body, the technique, and the outer ear, the ear that assesses that, is this note really in tune? They are sort of mixed in a perfect package of beautiful ideas that are very, very inspiring to watch. And especially through this distance learning technique, we can see the important aspect of using the body in your teaching. An advanced student of this school, I really think on every instrument we can talk about, will, if they really look carefully and listen and let themselves be carried away a little bit, will be able to identify elements that are part and parcel of their daily practice and their daily teaching and music making on the highest level. And that's what I think is so good about this project in an academy like ours.
I feel so lucky to receive supervising from Géza Szilvay, who has this great capacity on the pedagogical area, and he is so kind to actually share his whole lifetime experience with us in this project. It's really amazing to join that.
The students also appreciate the chance to work with Géza without having to travel to Finland, where Géza is based. Every week, Mette and Kasper observe Géza Szilvay's teaching and see how the children improve. Mette and Kasper also pay close attention to the way Géza uses his teaching materials, and thus get inspiration for their own teaching methods.
having Géza as a mentor and as a teacher in this project has for me in many ways been a humbling experience, because he is, and it may sound corny, but he is a living legend, and he has been a pioneer in this pedagogical field. And seeing him teach live is so incredible, because it's almost like he has 17 eyes, that he can see everything the child, the pupil is doing, and he is able to direct them so competently. And for me, just seeing that makes me a better teacher and makes me more secure. And having him both give praise and give instruction is a thing I will cherish for the rest of my life and also think about, and it makes me just very proud and honored to be in this project.
I have a little question. You see that he wants to lift his little finger on his bow hand.
When I first started playing the violin when I was a kid, I was told how to hold the bow, how to hold the violin, and how to play proper and correct. And seeing how Géza teaches and seeing how Colourstrings works has really broadened my way of how you can make a child make music from the very first day. The way he teaches is so hands-on. He's right there next to the child, and it's very intimate, and he's guiding the bow. He's holding his hand over the child's hand, and he is constantly touching and using himself. And for me to see that, and to see how the children respond to that, is quite amazing. And it is something that I really try to integrate in my own teaching now. And it has really paid off, and I'm so glad to have learned that.
This very physical way of being around the child is very interesting, because you can correct very many physical things around the hold of the bow and the violin without words. So it's another form of communication. You don't have to speak about everything. You can just do it physically. And after a while, the child will know when you do this movement, it means I have to hold correctly. And it's a much faster way of communicating, actually, than if I had to stop playing and I have to tell you, now you have to hold the bow correctly. I can just do like this and the child will already respond. And that's really interesting in this project, that we really learn these. It's a whole teaching technique. You go to the academy and you train your scales and you're practicing the technique. And this is also a kind of technique, but it's a teacher's technique, a technique around the student. And it's really a very, very practical tool in your daily teaching.
I to spiller den her, to spiller den her.